Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with it's Freeze Friday video, and it is Friday, so I'm happy about that, but I'm like, I don't know, 2 weeks behind. These layouts are my last ones that I did in for the last half of the month of March. And for all of the month, I was doing Calvin Ball, and also for 30 days of it, I was doing 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And most of these have videos, so I'm really not going to spend a whole lot of time on them. I'm just going to kind of breeze through. This one is one that I'm going to put up on my wall. It's a page about John's old Crocs, and you can see him wearing them here. And the journaling kind of tells about all the places all around the world that he wore those old Crocs. And when I made the video, one of my viewers suggested that instead of tossing the Crocs, that I plant something in them. So I've drilled drainage holes, and I'm planting something in them. I'm planting flowers in them. They're going to be out on the patio. And I'm kind of getting the patio and the back deck fixed up. So I've got a new rug and a couple new cushions for the chairs there. So I think those old Crocs will fit in nicely. I'll figure them into the decorating scheme. Let me see what else. This is another one I'm putting on the wall. Every time I do a layout share, I pick my two favorites from that batch of layouts, and I put them up on my clipboards that are on the wall in the kitchen, hallway, office area. And so these are going to be the two that'll go up there now. And you know, these days I'm concentrating on John layouts. This was one I did for, and I'm going backwards here, but this was one I did, when I did it, it was Wednesday and Calvin Ball was still on, but it wasn't going to be published until Thursday, yesterday morning. So I didn't really go crazy on Calvin Ball points here. This was the original layout. There is a video on that one. I think most of these have videos. This was my blowout Calvin Ball. This was an 1 hour and 11 minute video. And if you want to see how I work with Calvin Ball points and see how I blow a perfectly good design that I was lifting and then junk it up like this, and you have 1 hour and 11 minutes to spare out of your day, it might be an interesting video to watch. This was our off-the-board sketch that we all did this month, and it was a photo-heavy sketch, not exactly my jam, but I took one photo and edited it 3 ways. I filtered it because it wasn't a very good photo, and I actually filtered it so it became a worse photo, but you know, we won't talk about that. So anyway, I love the expression on John's face there, right? You can kind of see it there. Okay, this was an old page of Little Yellow Bicycle paper, and then a bunch of Paige Evans embellishments. This was the original. It was for a Scrap Squad Sunday, and there's definitely a video out there for that. This is a plush bonnet, which is kind of what John called any stuffed animal. And this was the one that was done with Paige Evans Wonders. Let's see. I've got a piece here that's coming off, which is surprising since it's stuck to a photo. This is one that uses a lot of Bramble Fox perspectives. I found, there's another one later on in here. I found some of the originals of the senior portraits that Katie had taken. And I hated to just put them in a box with or a photo album, so I thought I'd put them on pages, even though I have actually scanned them and scrapped them before. This is all digital except for, you know, the photos are actually on there, and then there's some wood and some sequins and bling. So that one was fun. I did a video, but just from the digital point and then adding all of this stuff. This is the other one of those senior class photos that Katie taken. This was for Mixed Media Frenzy, and this was the original, and I combined it with this sketch that kind of had some of the dimensional flowers that were there. And I got to use a lot of my old dimensional flowers. So there's definitely a video out on that one. There's a video for this one too, I think. It shows how I cut around these letters that were on a sticker sheet. I already used the stickers. And Bramble Fox perspectives, those three things there, and Redefine Creative cut file. And then this is one that the sketch looked like this, and instead of mixed media, I actually tore a photo that I took of a print that was on the wall at the hotel that is pictured here, and I took the picture at the same time as the visit that came up in on my phone on March 11th. Okay, this one is has a big Bramble Fox perspective for a title, and then the little mirrored sunglasses, and the rest of it's Maggie Holmes, pretty much. This is about my go-see-do, my outing to Barrett's track meet. First time I'd been to one of Barrett's sporting events without John. So that was kind of, I don't know, something. Not as much fun, let's say. Bramble Fox perspectives for the title, and here I use those mirrored sunglasses. As soon as the sunglass point became active in Calvin Ball. This is a print of a page that I did. The original is framed and on its way to my sister. This is another one where I used the outline of this word. I think it's from this, maybe not from the same. Anyway, this was my masculine page about guys dressed up as the very macho characters in the TV series Kingdom. This is my Kandinsky-esque page that was kind of taken off of a cross between this original and this sketch. It all had to do with those arrow-like things. This one is about Ava doing homework at our table. This was my, not the same craft mat I'm using now, but one of my craft mats. And I had it on her side of the table. And she's doing her homework because as soon as her homework's done, she can push it off to the side and start doing projects, she used to call them, with me. This was one that I happened to find these, and it brought back the memories of going to the hospital every day. We look like a couple of fugitives from justice there, but we'd go up to the hospital to stay with Ava. 2019 was that horrible year when we were, the first part of the year, we had no idea what she had, and the second part of the year, we knew what she had, and we hoped she could get through it. And then we thought 2020 was going to be a much better year, and, you know, it just wasn't. And 2021 didn't start off so great, so it can only get better, right? This is like a little field trip I made out on a walk, saw some daffodils, started crying because John used to love daffodils because it meant spring was here and the pool would be open soon. This is a crazy page about a goofy dog that lies under a blanket on the couch, and that's how she watches television. And then this was for a Scrap Squad Sunday lift. This was the original, and I just didn't have my little triangle coming down. The photo ended up covering up the best part of my mixed media. But so those were all the layouts I did the second half. I think this one was done the 14th of March, and it goes through 14th through the 31st. And so for this next month, I'm going to be, for all of this, I created with pretty much older supplies, a few things out of kits, and the one thing out of my Paige Evans shipment that I got. I ordered her entire collection of Wonders, and that came in a couple days before I did that, or the day before I did that layout. And so I've ordered, I had a very generous subby give me a gift to celebrate she sent me a gift certificate to Cherry on Top as congratulations for my 1,000 subbies, which occurred as my husband was declining very rapidly. And when I noticed it, or someone pointed it out to me, I told him about it, and he was so excited and squeezed my hand really hard and said, "I knew you could do it." and then, things went south, and I couldn't have cared less. And then someone said, "We want to do a hop." So I've scheduled the hop for May 8th, which is the anniversary of our first date. And so I think I'm going to make that something of a theme for it. But anyway, I ordered from Cherry on Top kind of a mix of Vicki Boutin Color Study and Cocoa Vanilla Sunkissed, and along with a few sheets of earlier Cocoa Vanilla collections that I didn't have. And so I'm going to do a kit share for that, for How to Kill a Kit with Style. And that's what I'm going to create with the month of April. Haven't done my first page for April yet, but I expect to do that this weekend. But in all of this, for the entire month, I did not spend any money other than, there's always an exception, a kit that I know I will use, and this may become my kit that I create with in May or June. Probably June, or well, maybe I might save it till July, because I want to use it to scrap a trip that we are planning to make to Texas for, to scatter some ashes in some special places and meet up with some special people, and kind of show the kids where we lived and how it just, places we loved, places that will bring John back to me and will kind of somewhat make him come alive to them who didn't know him in those places. And so it'll be a place for stories and crying, and I hope a lot of laughing, and it'll be in the summertime. So this is a summertime collection. It's Cartabella's Summer, I think it's called. And I have it kind of put away for those photos, and I may make a special album out of it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that, but it certainly is going to be a special trip. And that's a special collection that I really love. Anyway, so I did spend money on that, and I think it was about $17, which was really good for all that came with the kit. I think it's a complete paper collection of the pattern papers, plus it's also got the solids, and it has puffy stickers and 2 ephemera packs and another regular shiny sticker sheet. So anyway, it it was too good a deal to pass up. And I kind of knew that that trip was coming up, so I bought it. Other than that, I'm putting away all my old stuff that I've been creating with for the entire month of March. And I'm going to pull out my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit and create with it in April. And then we'll see what I end up doing in May. I'll probably go back to old stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. And I will tell you, as far as you know, like this one is a good example of things I rediscovered in my stash, and I combined new Bramble Fox perspectives with these old dimensional flowers, and this is a fairly old stamp in my collection, and then that's a stamp from October Afternoon, and Lord knows how long they've been out of business. And so it was a fun month where I got to use lots of good stuff, so without spending any money. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next Friday. Bye.